Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mimi. Some weeks ago I did a full tutorial on Power BI and I got some feedback on what DrillThrough is, and in this video we're going to understand what DrillThrough is. In the layman's term, DrillThrough just means like a passage into another place. Think of if you're coming in from your door, you're going into the kitchen. Drill through. So in Power BI you can have a visual, and from that visual you can go into another visual so that you can have better understanding of your data. For example, I'm looking at a visual that shows me sales by state, but I'm interested in seeing how we're doing in Florida. Then I can use DrillThrough. All I have to do is just to click a button and it can take me into another page where I can see all the sales that we've done in the state of Florida. Stay tuned as I show you how to do this in Power BI. Alright, let's get started. So today we're going to be using this real estate data here that has the address of a property, the price, the bedroom and bathroom, and the listing agents. It just has basic information about properties. So let's go to Power BI. So to bring it into Power BI, we're going to go to get data, and because it's a CSV file, I'm going to go here where it says test/CSV, and this is going to open up this, and we need to navigate to where we have that file stored. I already put a link to the file in the description box so that you can follow along. I'm going to click on it and I'll click open. So now this is going to show us some of the data that we have in our file, and because we want to transform it, I'm going to click on transform data, and this is going to take us to Power Query, and we can see Power Query up here. The address is a text. When we see ABC, it's a text. Same thing with the city and the state. The price is currency or decimal number right here, which is fine. And the bed is fine, the bathroom is fine, square footage is fine, year built is fine, the listing date is a date, that's fine, property type is text. Okay, so we're good to go. So let's go to close and apply. This is going to close Power Query for us, and it's going to load it into Power BI. So we can see the file is here. We can also go here to the data tab and we should see all of it. Okay, so now let's go back here and let's understand DrillThrough. So let's say that this is the first page. So on the first page, we want to see all the properties that we have by the state. So I'm going to put, let's just use a stacked chart here, and let's open up this data here, and let's just put it by the state. So we want to see each state on the y-axis, and we want to see how many we have. So we're going to count the address. So I'm just going to put in the y-axis, so we can see here that Texas has 130. Okay, right now we can see all this, but what if I want to see basic information? So I'm going to make this text here to be bigger so that we can see it. I'll go here to this brush, and I'm going to go to data label. Let's make the data label so we can see it. 130. Let's increase it so that we can see it. Okay, also on the y-axis, I want to make this text to be bigger, so I'm going to go to y-axis, the value, I'm going to increase this as well. Okay, just so we can see it. Okay, let's say that the user wants to see for each property, they want to be able to right click and see the detailed information about the property. Right now we don't have a way to do that. That is where DrillThrough comes in. DrillThrough. So to do a DrillThrough, we need to create a new page. So I'm going to click on this plus button, and I'm just going to rename this page to be property detail. Property details. I'll click enter. So this is the property details. So let's put a table here. Whatever you want your user to see when they do the DrillThrough, that is what you put on this page. So let's make this table to be bigger, and let's just put detailed information here. So I'm just going to pick like the address, the bathroom. We can see we don't want it to sum it, so we're going to say don't sum, and then we're going to put the bedroom. We say don't summarize. We don't want it to summarize. The city, the listing agent. We just put all the information, the date that it was listed. Right now we can see that the date is showing us like an hierarchy. We don't want the hierarchy, so I'm just going to click this down arrow. I'm going to click listing date so we can see it here. I'm going to put the price. Right now we don't want it to submit, so we say don't summarize. The property type, we just put all the information here. We don't want it to summarize this as well. We want the state. We also want the year that this was built. We don't want it to summarize the year. So we have all this. These are all detailed information. So for DrillThrough, if we scroll down here, it says add DrillThrough fields. And we can see on this page that we already have the states listed here. That is going to be our DrillThrough field, meaning that what do you want user to be able to go through to get to this page. For us, we want users to go through the states, through each state. That is DrillThrough. So we'll come here on this page and we're going to look for states. So this is our state. We're going to drag it here where it says add DrillThrough field. So I'll drop it here. And you can see that automatically Power BI put this back arrow. Back arrow is for the user when they come to this page so that they can go back to the previous page. So I'm going to shrink this table so that the user can see this, and I'm going to make this bigger here. Sometimes you can put it on the center if you want. I'm going to put it back here. And so let's try it now. I'm going to go back to this page. Let's call this page, double click it and call it summary page, summary page. So now that we have the DrillThrough set up, let's go and see, okay, we want to see all this 130 listing for Texas. So I'm going to right click here. You see, now we see this DrillThrough. Before we didn't have that. Now it's asking property detail. And this, remember we called this page property details. Now if you click it, it's just going to show us Texas. See, we only see Texas houses here. And if you see here, the DrillThrough passed in Texas. If we want, we can go back. I'm going to hold control and click here. Is going to take us back. Let's pick another state. Let's say Utah. So we're expecting 7. So I'm going to right click. Make sure you put your cursor, go to DrillThrough and go to property details. Here, see, we only see Utah and we should see 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the user can go back. Now you can make this pretty if you want by giving it a nice title, but remember about DrillThrough, anything that you want the user to be able to go through current page into another page on, you need to add it to that DrillThrough here. So let's do another visual. So I'm going to make this smaller. Let's say that we want to see all the listing by the listing agent. So let's make another it doesn't have to be a bar chart. This time let's do a stacked column chart. I'm going to do a listing agent on the x-axis and I'm going to count how many listings they have on the y-axis just for explanation. So we can see that this person has a lot, like 234. I'm going to turn on the data label so we can see it here. Right now, if I right click, we don't have any DrillThrough, and that's because we have not set it up. So let's go to property details. Right now we only have the states here. That's why when you right click here, you don't see DrillThrough. But when we right click on this one, we see DrillThrough because this has the states, and in here we put states. So in order to make that new visual to work as well with the DrillThrough, we need to add the listing agents here. Let's add the listing agents here, and let's go back to this page. Now if I right click here, you can see now we see DrillThrough. So if I go, I want to see all the listing that this person Krishna has done. I'm going to click on property detail, and now we should only see Krishna listing. See, all Krishna listing. If we want, we can go back. So remember, DrillThrough, any field that you want to show or that you want your user to be able to go through a page to another page, you have to add it to that new page here. So if we wanted city, we will add it here. And the last tip that we best practice is to hide any drill through field that you don't want the user to be able to get to unless they go through a page to that page. You need to hide it. So if I want it, I can hide this property detail and go to hide. So you can see that this is hidden. You can still see it because you're in Power BI desktop. When you push this to the cloud, which is Power BI service, the user will not be able to see it unless they go from the summary page and right click for Ohio, for example. They will be able to get to it. See, just Ohio. I'll see you in my next video.